Hello everybody and welcome to another video in this series HTML5 Ultimate Course. Welcome back to this video. So in the past few episodes we learned about the structure of the HTML, the p tag, hs tag, heading tags, h1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. We learned about the title tag, and in the last episode especially we learned the image tag and the a tag. So in this video I switched to VS Code for now. I don't want to switch to WebStorm or anything like that for now, because it's not really necessary to switch to WebStorm for now. I can use VS Code, Visual Studio Code very well, and it's very useful. So I really recommend you install VS Code for now. Use it for now. It's awesome. So let's get started. In VS Code there's a little bit of help that you can receive from the VS Code, and that help is the reason why we're using VS Code in the first place. Like that, if you want to get a instruction or a base code of HTML, just write doc tab. There we go, you have it. But there's little things that I should explain for you to get what's like this tag or this attribute. And this attribute is pretty obvious. It's the language of your page. You can be EN, that stands for English or any kind of language. In this head we have a meta tag charset UTF-8. Oh, excuse me. Charset. Oh, that's a nice thing as well. You can just hover on it, and there is like a explanation for what's it used for and like those type of stuff. It's the charset of this web page is set to UTF-8. UTF-8 is one of the most popular charset. I really don't know about charsets or those fully, but it's used for everything, like for typing or anything. We use charset UTF-8. You should set it as charset UTF-8 as well, but it's set as charset UTF-8 in right here. Anyway, it's better to have it. The next thing is a meta named viewport content width equals device width in a scale equals 1.0. This tag is really not used for now. Like if you delete it, nothing will happen. But this tag will come handy when we want to use bootstrap. That's when this tag is very useful. For now, I think you can just delete it, but why not just keep it in my page? Yes, this tag is like the setup for a responsive web page. What that is like when you open up an Amazon in your computer, there's not much difference between computer and your phone version. But if I make a web page right in my computer, if I load it in my phone, it will be absolutely ugly. Why? Because everything will change, the look, everything, the margins that we set, the padding, all those will change. I don't want to get to detail for now. I'll talk about it later in other videos. So document HTML ultimate course. Let's get started with those. And actually I just want to tab everything, indent everything. I just won't call it tab anymore. Indent the body and the head. The head and the body aren't like absolutely necessary, but I do tab them. And here tabbing or indenting is very much beautifuler. Like for example, in Notepad was like this. Two tab over here was like one tab over there, but here is beautiful. Today we are going to be learning two more tags and a little bit more about HTML. The first tag that I'm going to be teaching you today is a very, very basic tag. I think everyone should know is the button tag. Let me just type here button and like click me. And if you notice, when you end this, the closing tag will be written for you immediately. You don't need to write it with hand, you know. Yes, that's a very, very nice thing. And for example, you want to write a image tag, just image tab, that's it. Everything is ready for you. That's very, very useful as well. Like for example, you want a p tab, or or this button, just button tab. You have the button tag. That's it. And for image, you can get the source attribute and the alt attribute as well. That's a very, very nice thing to have. Anyway, button, just click me. It's the text that will show up on the button. I have it here, reset. It's a button named click me. Yes, like for example, click there. Save it, click there. Nice. And yes, let me just save this. This is the button tag, pretty useful tag for like making forms or all those stuff. But I just want to tell you something more. We have an input tag as well. We have a input tag, but this input tag is a, as I told you, a self-contained tag, no open, like no closing tag. And there's a type text. The other types like type submit. I'm just go and just do that for you. Save and refresh. You can see this is the button as well. We usually use input in forms or those type of things, but we use buttons. I don't use it like myself. I use input. It's a lot better, a lot more useful. You can just, if you want to change the text of your button, just use a value tag and just click me. It's no problem. Click, for example. It's no problem at all. And in the JavaScript tutorials, we will teach you how to make this button, when you press this button, do something, some certain thing. That's JavaScript. So don't ask that in the comment section. And yes, I would probably use the input mostly, but the input is very, very, very useful because you can just go here, type text, for example, and then you have a text bar. You can just write your like username or password. If you have a text email, that's a very nice thing as well. What that is doing, like when you write your email address and click submit, for example, if this was like a registration form, if that don't have any @ sign, like for example 000.com, if the last part wasn't there, it will like give an error to the user. And the password, for example, as you can see, it will show, excuse me, just refresh. It will show everything in dots, for example. That's a pretty useful thing as well. Yeah, that was it. Let me just copy this and put it here. Submit, text, password, email. Okay, and submit has a value of, for example, click me, save, and there's a click me button. We have 3 of these, and I will teach you in the CSS how to like write this vertically, not horizontally. That's CSS. So just want to explain to you guys what the different part of a website is. Like clicking the button is JS, like the vertical text input is CSS, all those stuff. And we have a thing named placeholder. Oh my god, placeholder that like enter, and you will see what is it, enter your username, placeholder, enter your email, and placeholder holder. Oh my god, I can't just talk today. Placeholder, enter your email, password. Save this, come back here, and as you can see, there is a grayed text. When you click on it, it's gone. When you type, it's gone. That's a pretty nice additional thing for its detail. Like, it's just really not required for a website, but it's very, very good to have it. I just want to tell you that. And the next tag we will learn is the list tags, HTML lists. This is a very, very useful tag. Just learn it and practice it very well, because it's probably very useful. The UL tag, it's probably the list. Let me just first of all, let me just clear this out. A tag that really isn't for programming, for not programming, because this is not programming, for coding HTML, it's very required, is not required, excuse me, I can't talk today. A tag that's not necessary to use, but it's good to use, is comments. What are the comments? Comments are probably very useful because you can just write down what this page is doing. For example, comment is exclamation mark, hyphen, two hyphen, and close. Between these, if you write anything, it's like nothing. And the next tag is HTML lists. Just want to type that word. Okay, HTML lists. UL is the base tag, and then under it we have li, and li stands for list items. That is, for example, HTML, CSS, JS. Excuse me. JS, my god, JS and PHP. Save this, go back here, and as you can see, it's a list. You may ask, what's the usage of lists? We won't use it never, but actually the menu that you see on top of a website, that press that button, is home. The next one is contact us. The next one is about. It's actually a list of buttons, a list of text. Actually, it's a list of a tagged text, and we with CSS we horizontal it, give it a little bit of more look to it, and that will transform to a menu. That's the usages. And we have another thing as well. It's completed the lists, but it's OL, not UL, and you will see the difference right here. For this, it has a numbered, not like a dot or anything. It's numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But for the menu, it's not really important what you use, because at the end we will remove that dot or the number at the end. of at the front. Anyway, that's the tag list. And yes, I think that's enough for today's video. It's like 15 minutes video, more than 15 minutes, 15 minutes, excuse me again. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video as well. Please subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications, like this video, and if you have any questions, comment down below. And that is it for me in today's video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.